By the time our child reaches the age of 12, we will have spent 75% of the total time we will ever spend with that human will have been gone. And by the time they reach 18, 90% of the time we will have spent with that child will have passed by. So our time with a child between the ages of 12 and 18 is really, really precious. How do we want to spend that time? My name is Amanda Seidel. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and an Inspired coach with the Inspired Consulting Group, specializing in parenting coaching. I'm also the parent of 2 teenagers and a parent who has supported a child through a mental health crisis. I know that time is precious. As we supported our child through a mental health crisis, we worried that our child may not be with us today. However, I am happy to say that they're doing very, very well. And I recognize, because of that experience, I recognize how precious our time is. Knowing that when our child reaches the age of 18, we'll have spent 90% of the total time we'll ever spend with that human will be gone. How do we want to spend our time with our kids between the ages of 12 and 18? There are so many things that we still want to control and shape and guide about our children, leaving shoes on the floor, leaving dishes in the sink, all of that. And that is really, really important. But if we knew that we only had a certain amount of time left with our kid, how would we spend that time? And so my challenge to you, my challenge to me every single day is, how do we want to spend the time with our kids? Do we want to spend the time nagging and trying to control their lives and make them do things that they are not going to do? Or do we want to spend that time nourishing our relationship with our child and getting to know this amazing human being and helping support them become the independent human that they are bound to be? There is no right or wrong answer, and whatever is going to work for you and your child and your family and your parenting style is completely up to you. But it is a question that I like to ask myself a lot. How do I want to spend my time with my kids? And the choices that I make there are going to be very different than the choices that other people make. Unfortunately for us, we don't spend our time picking up or cleaning together very often. We spend a lot more time conversing and trying to have fun, which means we have a really, really messy house and it's really chaotic. It also means sometimes my kids don't do their homework on time, which isn't good. But you know what? At the end of the day, does it really matter? And what we're going to have is this strong relationship and memories together. So ask yourself, how do you want to spend your limited time you have left with your kid? Have a great day.